Let's get started! In my last video, Obtaining Higher Learning, I discussed that students too often have the experience of feeling prepared for a test only to discover that they were not nearly as prepared as they thought they were. I will always remember one particular student who came to my office.
I did badly on the midterm. I don't understand why. I did every practice problem.
Did you practice on your own or in a group?
In a group.
That is great! Did you work on the problems individually?
No, we worked on problems together.
Did you ever solve problems on your own without help?
No.
Then why did you think you would be able to solve the problems on the midterm without help? Of course, he didn't have a good answer for that. In 1999, Dunning and Kruger theorized that people in general are inherently bad at judging their own abilities. This effect, called the Dunning-Kruger effect, is a main contributing factor in students not being as prepared for a test as they could be. The solution is to learn how to think critically about your learning, called metacognition. In this video, I will define metacognition, list the benefits of improving your metacognition, and discuss how you can improve your metacognition and take charge of your learning. Metacognition is simply defined as thinking about your thinking. It is considered extremely important in every aspect of life. Of course, here I will mainly focus on using metacognition to help you in your studies. There are two main parts of metacognition: knowledge of cognition and regulation of cognition. Knowledge of cognition, in terms of academics, is about knowing how you personally learn. It includes things like knowing what learning strategies to use in a given situation. These students are demonstrating knowledge of cognition.
I often have trouble with this type of question. I will need to practice it more than other types of questions.
When I read ahead in the textbook, I understand the lectures better.
To improve my understanding of this concept, I should talk to my friends about it.
I study best after a good workout.
Note that it is important to use strategies that actually work the best, not just seem the best. Too often, students use strategies that they think are effective but actually aren't. Regulation of cognition is where you evaluate, plan, and monitor your learning. For example, carefully analyzing where your level of learning is in relationship to Bloom's taxonomy, making a plan to improve the level of your learning, and then making sure that you are achieving your goal. These students are demonstrating regulation of cognition.
I am at the applying level. To get to the higher levels, I should form a study group.
I needed a lot of help with question 2 on the assignment.
This method I am using for studying doesn't seem to be working. I need to find a new strategy.
I would like to finish all the Chapter 6 practice problems by the end of this weekend.
One of the main advantages of improving your metacognition is to learn more deeply. First, think about what level of learning you are currently at, and then think carefully about what learning strategies to use to help you move to a higher level. Metacognition also makes learning more efficient. Studying does not have to take hours and hours. If you are using appropriate learning strategies, you will not have to have those stressful long cramming sessions. So, you will have time to do fun things like exercising, sleeping, buying groceries, and doing laundry. How to improve your metacognition. The key is to ask yourself appropriate questions, ensure that you are carefully reflecting upon them, and answer them honestly. These should be questions that not only test your knowledge and understanding of the content, but also should be questions about how you are studying and learning. Here are some sample questions you can ask yourself while studying.
Is the method of studying I am using effective, or does it just feel good?
Is the method of studying I am using appropriate to improve my current level of understanding?
If this question appears on the exam, will I be able to solve it on my own without help?
If the instructor asks a similar but slightly different question on an exam, will I be able to solve it?
Good metacognition goes beyond just asking yourself questions while studying. You should be asking yourself questions before and after classes, before and after assignments, and of course, before and after exams. Examples for questions relating to class are:
How did I prepare for today's class? Could I have prepared better? If so, how?
What class content did I not understand? How will I go about learning that content better?
How did the ideas of today's class relate to that of previous classes?
What were the most important parts of today's class?
Questions relating to assignments could be:
On this question I got wrong. How can I prevent myself from making the same mistake?
What is this question trying to teach me?
Which parts of my solution did I generate on my own, and which parts could I not have done without the other people's help?
Finally, some questions relating to exams are:
How prepared am I for this exam? What could I do to be more prepared?
Did I do as well on the exam as I thought I was going to? If not, why not?
What kinds of mistakes did I make on the exam? Which types of questions did I do well on, and which questions did I do poorly on?
When I teach Learning How to Learn seminars, I always have students come up to me and say, "These learning strategies sound great, but I don't have time to do all of them." My response is, I don't think you have time not to do them. One of the main purposes of these is to make your learning more efficient. To summarize, always ask yourself questions about what you are studying and how you are studying. Try to make sure that you are studying to the level of expectations of your instructor and that you are studying efficiently and effectively. This includes looking up what you don't know, doing most practice on areas that you are weak at, and constantly monitoring your progress. Metacognition is about always trying to improve. If you don't get the grade you expected on an exam, realize by critically thinking about what happened, you have turned it into a positive thing. It is a valuable learning experience which can help you do better in the future. In fact, this is the topic of my next video, Embracing Failure. Thanks for watching!